Welcome to Wisdom One-on-One. Today, find an average young guy in Africa bouncing. Bouncing, umufunze to say ndiwe artist, but bouncing. If you are not an artist, what are you doing listening to music the whole day? Tell your neighbor that's the height of uncreativity. Come on, tell somebody that's the height. Listen, when someone is bouncing like that, another person is coming up with WhatsApp. They are coming up with Snapchat. They are coming up with Instagram. But us here in Africa, we are bouncing. Oh, unaimvela latest you are. Someone is bouncing, and as they are bouncing, they are becoming more poor. Are you hearing what I'm saying? As they are bouncing, they are becoming more poor. Why? Instead of discovering who am I, what do I have to save my generation, what was put inside me that allowed creation to take place? What do I carry for my generation? What am I supposed to bring on the table that tomorrow is supposed to become a service, tomorrow is supposed to become a household name? What am I supposed to bring that tomorrow is supposed to become a brand? Wisdom is a way of seeing. If you can't see that, you will suffer as a slave on a job all your life. Tell somebody, wisdom is a way of seeing. Come on, talk to somebody. Wisdom is a way of seeing. Tell somebody, you better work on how you see. Now listen, let me show you something about this book. A lot of people look at the Bible as a religious book. This is not a religious book. This is one of the most important wisdom books. The whole Bible is a wisdom book, but it has wisdom books inside it. Are you following me? You hear me make statements like this when I'm teaching. This Bible is a wisdom book, number one. It's also a success handbook. It's a what? Talk to me. It's a what? I'll also tell you that it's a business manual. You want to understand business? The best business people in the whole world were in the Bible. When you read that Solomon was the richest and the wisest, it was not just in Israel. It was in the whole world. Up to today, no one has reached the level of wealth that Solomon had. Up to today, Bill Gates, John D. Rockefeller, go through history, no one has ever hit the wealth of Solomon. So when I tell you to say, because one of the instructions I'll give you, read the book of Proverbs every week. What did I say? Come on, talk to me. What did I say? Read the book of Proverbs every week. Why must you read the book of Proverbs every week? It was written by the wisest man. Write this statement in case you came in late. You do not have a problem which is not a wisdom problem. Write that statement down. I want to show you that. You don't have a problem which is not a wisdom problem. Some people think they have problems, but what actually they have is a wisdom problem. You don't have a problem which is not a wisdom problem. What do I mean by that statement? Write this scripture down. 1 Kings chapter 10, verse 1 to 3. Oh, this will now open you up. You will now see why you are where you are financially. You will now see why you have not retired up to now. You will now see why people are wasting their time. There is no problem anywhere which is not a wisdom problem. You don't have a problem with money. No. You don't have a problem with relationship. You don't have a problem with finding a job. You don't have a problem with business. You do not have a problem which is not a wisdom problem. What do I mean by that? Listen to this scripture. 1 Kings chapter 10. This is the story of Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. But I'm going to show you some things on how one person comes with a problem, then another looks at it as not being a problem. Because you've written a statement down that most people don't understand. You do not have a problem which is not a wisdom problem. If you think your school here is a problem, you want to change schools. If you think the person you're dating is a problem, you want to change the people you're dating. If you think the economy of Zambia is a problem, you want to change nations. If you think the government is a problem, you want to change presidents. Change any president, it doesn't affect my economy. Change any president in this land, it will not affect my economy. Why? I understand the laws that govern the economy. So it doesn't matter who's seated there. As long as I live by the laws that produce, I'll produce regardless of who's on top. Are we in 1 Kings 10? Listen to this. When the queen of Sheba heard about the fame of Solomon and his relationship to the Lord, she came to test him with hard questions. Look at that. Hard questions. One person comes with what she calls hard questions. Follow me? Arriving at Jerusalem with a very large caravan, with camels carrying spices, large quantities of gold and precious stones, she came and she talked with Solomon about all that she had on her mind. Verse 3. Solomon answered all her questions. Nothing was too hard for the king to explain to her. Question for this intelligent audience. How does one person come with what she calls hard questions? Then another person comes and he says, there is nothing hard. These are easy things. Tell your neighbor wisdom. Tell somebody wisdom. Tell somebody wisdom. Tell somebody wisdom is the difference. What do I mean by that? There are things right now that people are calling hard in Zambia. People are calling hard, like, I'll give you an example. People are saying, Muzambia, nchito zavuta. Have you heard this? Kuribe nchito. Do you know it's a lie? It's a lie. Why do I say it's a lie? We don't have skilled people, so that we don't have jobs. If you are highly skilled, you are competent, you are excellent, you are diligent, somebody will give you a job tomorrow. But we have people who have papers, not who are skilled. Tell your neighbor there's a difference between having a paper. Come on, talk to somebody. There's a difference between having a paper and being skilled. So you find a lot of people have got papers, but they don't have skill. What is one of the most important skills that you need to have? Tell your neighbor, problem solving. Tell somebody, everyone wants a problem solver. Actually, tell somebody, there are only two types of people in the world. Those who create problems and those who solve problems. Now ask the neighbor you are seated with, which one are you? Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Ask, I don't think they heard you. Ask your neighbor. Tell them there are only two people in the world. Those who create problems and those who solve problems. Which one are you? Tell them, just think about it, don't lie to me. Listen, when you are dating, practical example, most of you here, you now are at a place where you want to get married after campus and you want to settle down. Some of you are already in a relationship, some of you haven't yet entered. That's one of the qualities you must look at. If you are going to find someone to date, date someone who's a problem solver. Do you know there are people you have as friends who are problems to you? Imwe, muntu kamkumanya lyonse, wo intandizeko. Kulibeche kukumana, che yakutatu munga kambeche, mu klasi afuna umutandize, ndrama umutandize, na kufuna gero, wo itie bonzi. Tell somebody you are either a problem solver or you are a problem yourself. Actually, tell somebody